Hello, we are here with the green team. Hi guys, how are you? How are you feeling?
Yeah, good. We're full of energy.
Can you, can you explain us a little bit about your project? What do you do and what exactly are you going to achieve in here?
Um, sure. Well, we want to promote sustainability, so we will build an app that, first of all, shows people how sustainable they already are, and next to that, will also motivate them to become more and more sustainable. Therefore, we provide them with a quiz in which they can show how much they already know about sustainable life and lifestyle, and then we will provide them with the opportunity to measure energy consumption in their own home, and based on that we can guide them to reduce their own energy consumption.
And can you explain us a little bit of what you're doing right now, the app or the work that you're doing right now?
Yeah, we're creating an application that will enable them to play this quiz and to connect sensors to measure their energy usage. And then we are adding like a competitive game to it, so they can like play against friends to each other. Yeah.
And over here, what are you working on?
I'm preparing the quiz. I've made all the questions. Now I'm going to categorize them, so that it's easy for the people to make distinctions.
And can you explain me a little bit about this quiz game in the app?
Yeah, of course. With the quiz, we ask people several questions. For example, if you buy a computer, which is the most sustainable one? And with the questions, we have also a short explanation when they see the correct answer, and it's all with the goal to make people more aware of their own ecological footprint.
So I'm working on the functionality for the quiz within the app, because the questions actually have to be loaded and shown. So I'm doing the backside, I guess.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Keep going, and I hope that you win. Now, over here we're gonna have the red team. Hi guys. Can you explain us a little bit about what you're doing and how does it work?
So we're going to make some glasses that are going to recognize objects and text. And currently we are working on the text recognition, and they are currently working on the object recognition and getting the camera to work.
Okay. And how does that work exactly? Like, how are you gonna make the recognition work?
So there are pre-programmed programs that already are pretty good at doing this, and we're now getting them to work with our system.
Okay. And is it like do you have a prototype, or is it like an app, or how does is
We're
gonna?
trying to make a prototype, and we're still currently working on it.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Hi. Hi. Can you tell me your name?
My name's Arjun.
Okay. And can you tell me a little bit about the project you're working on?
Yeah, sure. So we are working with a drone which is actually automatically counting people using 5G technology. We are going to be capturing the video from the drones, and we are going to be counting the number of people around. So basically our team is working on 5G for outdoors. So when you have events outdoors, for example Eurosonic or events like that, there could be situations where people would want to find out how many people have turned up, if there are too much of crowd or something like that. So our application would basically be useful in such situations. It counts the number of people around. It also helps in managing the crowds.
Oh, okay.
So it's sort of an automated drone application, and the data transfers are being done using 5G. So 5G would be very essential for the project.
Okay. In what part of the work in the process are you in? In the coding, in the?
Currently we have. So the drone can be controlled using two ways, either through the built-in app that they've already provided or through our code. So we have managed to get the drone, control the drone through our code, and we're able to capture the image from that. Now we have the program for the counting the people is also ready. We just have to integrate that. So that's one part of the application that's ready. So we are also planning to add some more interactions with the crowd later on. Maybe ask some questions to the crowd, and the drone would capture the responses through different colors that they show up or something like that. So we want to add more interaction with the group. So, yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Does it sound interesting to you? Or?
It is really interesting.
All right.
Thank you. Over here. Hi, hello. How are you guys? Can you tell me your name? What is your project about?
My name is Robin, and our project, well, I'm not really good at explaining. So if you...
It's about accumulating a lot of sensors together to be able to manipulate data, and it's about manipulating, being able to accumulate a lot of sensors together, and with the help of 5G you can send that data to, let's say, some companies where you can just manipulate data with.
And how does that exactly work? Like coding or like an app, or how does they connect?
We're thinking of making an web app that you can reach through your phone, and if you sign into your home, let's say, you can see what the status is of your home and what the temperature is and stuff like that via 5G. And since like sensors, the 5G sensor uses less energy, you can connect it to a battery, and it lasts for like 4 to 5 years.
And right now, what process are you in?
We're trying to connect to a server of the RUG, but like it's not working. But they are developing a web interface, and they are trying to connect it to a server, and we are doing some user interface stuff.
So have you been having like a lot of obstacles right now?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think they have had the biggest obstacle with the server, so that's the problem.
And how do you think you're gonna like pass that obstacle?
Well, we first need like the user and the login for the server, and after that we'll see what we can do. I mean, it's all a waiting game. We have still 18 hours, but yeah.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
And over here. And lastly, we have the orange team over here. Hi guys. Can you please tell me your name and what your project is about a little bit?
My name is Merlin. Our project is about a smart bike that you can like track where your bike is if it's stolen, or if you get hit by a car, you can send emergency signals.
And how does that work exactly?
With 5G.
Okay, but like does an app, does it have like a GPS?
Yeah,
or?
you have an app where you can like see the stats, and the device itself has GPS and stuff, and you mount that to the bike.
And right now, what part of your process is?
We are working on the app, and they are working on the small device that you attach to the bike.
And have you experienced any obstacles, any problems with the server right now?
Yeah, they experienced some problems with the circuitry, and yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about this little bump in your way?
The little bump, yeah. So we're trying to program this board, but there's some things that are going wrong, especially with the network connection. So we've been kind of stuck on this for about an hour now.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're trying to fix that.
And can you do like anything else besides this? I mean, can you work on something later?
Yeah, so we divided the work into different groups, and we split up in pairs. And so over there's some team members as well that are working on a physical prototype. But this part we're gonna have to be the ones to fix it. So if we move on to something else, then that doesn't really help us.
Yeah, basically what we want to do next depends on what we do now, so we have to fix this as soon as possible, I think. Yeah.
Well, I hope you can fix it as soon as possible, and wish you the best. And lastly, we have some members of the yellow team. Hi guys, can you please tell me a little bit about your project, how you're working on it?
Yes. absolutely. Right now, I'm working a bit with Python, and we are designing the graphical user interface that will run upon the operative system of Raspbian, because we are basically going to fake a 5G connection as a proof of concept for our MVP, which might actually play an impactful role in not actually making a revolution, or properly yes, in terms of the literal meaning, because we want to change something that has already been going on for quite a while. But of course, that will not just change by ourselves, but thanks to 5G, which will prove to be a fantastic technology.
Our objective is to give a new vision to something that we use every day, and to give a concept of sharing to one of the most individual things that in nowadays everyone uses that and everyone has.
Can you explain me a little bit of how this fake 5G works? Because do someone else connect it, like a Wi-Fi or like a interface, or how?
We are trying to access to the server, but we are still waiting for the configuration. So we're going to connect with that, and we're going to simulate a concept of cluster, which a supercomputer will have, which we don't have, of course. And this supercomputer will handle all its clients, which right now, in the modern days, for what we want to do, without 5G is impossible, with 5G is possible. It will be possible.
And of course, the connection will need to be a Wi-Fi connection, or well, a LAN cable connection would be even better, but not directly to the MVP, just to prove that it works without any cable. Anyway, that is the best we can reach so far. I mean, 4G doesn't work as fast as Ethernet cables, internet in the Netherlands, which is almost on 20-30 megabytes per second. So we're gonna use that for now.
And what about your other partners? What is their task in here?
There are people who are set up in the other part of the computer, all the part of transmitting, also all the communication and telecommunication part, also the pitch part, which is very important, especially for our presentation. And we are like more occupied on the configuration, the programming part, because we are coders. So that's our job.
Well, thank you very much, and I hope everything turns out right.
Yeah, we hope to.
Bye.